This unit serves to introduce us to selective and differential media. One of the commonly used selective and differential media are the mannitol salt agar plates. So here I have one example, and there's nothing growing on this. This is just a sample plate. I just want to go through the selective and differential aspects with you. Mannitol salt agar is selective for any halotolerant organisms. In our particular course, our halotolerant organisms fall into the gram-positive category. So we say in our class it's selective for gram-positives, but the gram-positive also has to be halotolerant or salt-tolerant. And Staphylococcus aureus species tend to fall into this category. Now, some other gram-positives are actually salt-sensitive, such as the Streptococcus organisms, so they actually will not grow on this plate. So it's selective for some gram-positive organisms. There are some halotolerant gram-negative organisms out there, but we don't use them in this particular course. So we just simply say that the MSA plate works well to select for gram-positive organisms that are halotolerant. It also has a differential aspect. It allows, not only if the organism can grow, but allows the organism to metabolize the compound mannitol if it is able to. If the organism can metabolize mannitol, you'll see a distinct color change, and we use phenol red as the indicator for this. Now here we have a plate with the mannitol salt agar medium, and we have different organisms growing on this plate. So at the bottom third of the plate here, we see an organism that can grow, meaning that it's salt tolerant. And we also see that it's able to ferment mannitol, and we see that because there's a color change from red to yellow in this plate. So if you remember over here, this plate starts out red, and so here we actually see a color change occur. Now also on this plate, we have another organism that's able to grow. I don't know how well we'll see the growth here, but it's up in this upper third. There's growth, but you don't see that yellow color changing. So meaning that the organism is halotolerant, it's gram-positive. However, it cannot metabolize mannitol, so you don't see the yellow form. And then finally, in this last third, we have a gram-negative organism. So you don't see any sort of growth up here because E. coli, which is the one used here, which is a gram-negative, is salt-sensitive and is selected against on this plate. So once again, mannitol salt agar uses salt as its selective agent to select for gram-positives that are halotolerant, and it also uses mannitol as its differential agent to highlight the organisms that can ferment or use mannitol. And that's the introduction to selective and differential media using the MSA plate.